My name is Campbell, and if you don't know me, then you probably live under a rock, because in a small school like this, it's very difficult to not know someone by their first and last name, which is something very special about Casady. I came to Casady from Dallas, Texas in first grade. I remember being afraid of being the new kid, and I was worried that other kids wouldn't not accept me, but it was first grade, so what was I really worried about? My sketches wouldn't light up, or I had the default crayon box for every mega pack. I remember fitting in so quickly at the school, and making friends was effortless. I made some of my friends, my best friends to this day, playing kickball and football on the field outside the lower school. Years went by, and at the end of 5th grade, I was told that I would have to leave Casady. I remember being devastated. I remember to this day so vividly. I recall screaming and crying like someone had just cut my toe off. I'm not even kidding. If you'd seen me that day, you would lose all respect for me. I felt so traumatized. It was like there was a part of me that I would never get back. All of my friends were taken away, and as a young child, that was all there was to me. Of course, I cared about the teachers too. I mean, how could I leave the brilliant men and women that instilled in me basic arithmetic and math and spelling? I eventually came to terms with leaving Casady, and my new school was not as terrible as I expected. I went through middle school and the beginning of high school at a different place, and Casady life went on without me. But at the end of my sophomore year, my dad mentioned going back to Casady. When he asked my brother and I if we even wanted to go back if we had the opportunity, my immediate response was yes. When I look back at that day and at my response to that question, I'm not completely sure why I said yes. Maybe it was because I was tired of the school I was at, or maybe it was just because the trauma of leaving in 5th grade left me subconsciously waiting for that question to be asked. Or maybe it was just because Casady was where I wanted to be. From the day I shouted to high school, I became more and more eager to come here. Going from a schedule with 7 classes back to back, and going from getting to have sage food every day made everything else seem like prison food. And at the orientation junior year, I was assigned a locker that I would scarcely use, and given a padlock that I would never touch again. But I remember many familiar and unfamiliar faces and hoped that they would accept me and remember me. It was the day of the solar eclipse, and I remember a group of guys talking about their plans to go and watch it, and they asked if I wanted to join them. I recall driving in the car with old friends and new friends, thinking to myself how happy I was at this point in life. Those of you with me that day were probably just casually hanging out with your friends and dreading the start of the new school year, but driving in the car that day was something so much more meaningful to me. It was the start of something truly amazing. Everyone made me feel immediately included and welcomed into a large family. I went into my junior year at Casady completely forgetting about the 5 years that I wasn't here. I felt at home and I felt comfortable. So thank you to those of you that were with me that day, and thank you to the entire class of 2019. Thank you to the teachers that opened my mind to new perspectives and ways of learning. Thank you, teachers and coaches, for challenging me. Thank you, Coach T, for investing so much time in the kids here. We will miss you next year. Thank you, Mom, for being so kind and loving. You've already given me enough love up to this point to last a lifetime. Thank you, Dad, for being my #1 motivator, for pushing me and to become the absolute greatest version of myself that I can be. I'm positive I would not be where I am today if it was not for both of you guys. Thank you, Caleb, for being my best friend and for getting me through childhood. There's no one on this planet that knows me better than you do. Thank you, Zetzi Lemon Crew. Love you guys. And now I would like to give some advice in the form of a slideshow. Go outside. A simple yet important piece of advice. Go outside. Take the time to do small things when you can. Enjoy the simplest of beauties, like going outside or taking a walk with your family. Don't be afraid to fail. You probably hear this a lot, but it is crucial in school. High school is a time to learn about yourself. You learn what you like to do, you learn who you are, you learn from your mistakes. Failing is the best way to learn. And your mistakes are never as drastic as you make them out to be, unless you're Andy. Dance. Doing something fun like dancing with your friends is always memorable. Although it may feel stupid or look really stupid, dancing with your friends is always a small, special thing to remember. Laugh / make memes. Laughing is the best way to make your day and other people's day better. Laughing gets us through life. Find some friends you love to laugh with and stick with them. Be in a relationship if you want. Contrary to yesterday's speech, my advice would be to be in a relationship if you feel like it. Of course, that is not for everyone, but if it feels right, then go for it. I've spent some of the most memorable days with that girl, and she and I have made each other laugh until we cry. So, if you love someone, then just go for it. Ask your crush to the dance. Keziah, will you go to prom with me? Yes.